We're going off to the Brook Street Hotel. We got word that a secret group of 100 of the world's most influential people are meeting here today.
They're holding their conferences and meetings in this Brook Street Hotel out here in Canada, right close to Canada's capital, Ottawa.
We don't know what these guys are up to, but we hear some of the people that might be attending are president of the World Bank, another select group, members of select groups of industry leaders. Basically, people who change the world and decide what happens. They're all meeting in that hotel just down there.
Really watch or not? They're just
golf
like
in business.
watching, just like, oh yeah, so my wife, she's doing great. I'm having a kid.
Here, We're approaching the region where some of the protesters are standing up here. There's 100 of the most powerful people here right now, and yet only 10 people have come out to say something's wrong with this. So we've come to check out what's going on.
Well, you have a group of very powerful people meeting inside. They're called the Bilderbergs Club. We've been around for the last 50 years. This is actually their 52nd year. And the idea behind them is to create a banking empire, to create a world empire, one world order based on the financial interests of the bankers called the Fundis, which was based on the Middle Ages and the Venetian black nobility. Again, the concept of this organization is back about 500 years, and although they've changed their name and now they're called the Bilderbergs and they've been around for 52 years, this isn't a new idea, neither is it a new concept. It's what these people represent.
Well, we know what they're up to. We've gotten their documents repeatedly. We have moles inside. And they're setting up world government, world taxation.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Mitch.
Mitch,
yeah.
hey.
Mitch, filmmaker.
Well, it's awesome meeting you. Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm from Ottawa.
I'm here to expose the Bilderberg Group. We have the oil company memos where they discuss how they bought up in the mid-90s all the private refineries and shut them down. So we know the oil companies are doing this, and the representatives of every major oil company are in there. But not just the representatives of these oil companies, the owners. Queen Beatrix, who owns Dutch Royal Shell, is in there right now ripping us off. They're debating the attack on Iran. They're talking about how to take out Hugo Chavez. They're talking about how to get their American Union in that destroys Canadian, U.S., and Mexican sovereignty. Publicly, it's even on Lou Dobbs' CNN now. The American Union is happening through trade deals. Just like the Euro back in the 50s when they first set it up was this economic community or this trade bloc. Now it's the Euro, and now they're taking people's right to vote, taking their sovereignty, giving it to these supranational organizations.
Bilderberg is political, industrial, financial, and media base. Talking about the most important financiers in Europe, North America, and Canada, and United States. The most important businessmen, presidents of 100 top companies in the world, European commissioners, bankers of every European nation, central bankers of every European nation, president of the World Bank, Monetary Fund, Federal Reserve, all European royalty is integrated in as well. And sitting at the table with these people are the leading media conglomerates such as New York Times, Washington Post, Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, Newsweek, Time Magazine, Le Monde, etc., etc. No, V-I-N-O-C-U-R.
C-U-R?
That's it.
John without an H or with an H? J-O-N or?
J-O-H, John.
Who's he with, sorry?
This guy is the this is Etienne Davignon, this is the president of the Bilderberg Group. Etienne, like is French spelling. Etienne d'Avignon. This is Mario Monti, former European Commissioner. You got these where?
And we got that guy, yeah.
At the airport, no?
All the ones that are closer to the airport. Members of the Bilderberg are members of the NATO alliance, so 4 years out of 5 they meet in Europe, and 1 year out of 5 they meet in Canada and the United States. They have their annual agenda this year. They're talking about the energy crisis, they're talking about the housing market in Canada and the United States, the Iran terrorism situation in Iraq. The subject this morning was Eurasia relationship between the United States, Russia and China. Every year the agenda changes depending on the needs of the group.
So we're talking about the death of Canada is what's happening in there right now. The death of your sovereignty is happening in there right now. CNN has even reported that these individuals have put out the policy reports through the Council on Foreign Relations that writes their scholarly white papers to end the United States, to end Canada, and to end Mexico. Anything that's sovereign, whether the country's good, bad, or indifferent, that doesn't even matter. It's that these guys are far worse, and they're trying to destroy sovereignty everywhere. This is a wrecking crew here to destroy national sovereignty, to destroy constitutions of countries that protect the people, period.
Here is your cozy talking shop. The Bilderberg Group is meeting in South Germany this week, at least according to the Financial Times, which says a group of powerful men and women will debate the future of the world. I asked John Ronson, who has written about Bilderberg, what it really is.
Bilderberg is a meeting of powerful centrist industrialists and politicians. They always meet in secret once a year.
Should they be more open? I mean, should they come and sit here and do an interview with me and explain what they're doing, or talk after their meeting about what they've decided, even if they don't invite us along as journalists beforehand or during?
Well, Bilderberg's secrecy, I think, harks back specifically to Henry Kissinger, who, you know, in quite a silly way, I think, loves the idea of being this shadowy, secret figure. And it was Kissinger, as a founder member of Bilderberg, who had this idea to be this kind of secret organisation.
I mean, they're a bunch of powerful people. They meet in secret. They say we meet in private, which isn't quite the same thing, is it?
It's not quite the same thing. I do think that, by and large, many members of the Bilderberg Group actually see themselves in much the same way as the conspiracy theorists see them, as this shadowy cabal out to, if not to rule the world, but to influence world events. They see themselves as wise, globalist centrists. They were set up post the Second World War, and they think the idea of a world government, which is what Bilderberg is into by and large, the idea of a one world community, a new world order.
Oh, we're just looking, we're just checking around what's going on, why all the people are out there and stuff, like with all the signs and stuff. We're curious.
Haven't read
what's
the paper,
big,
yeah.
No.
No, actually there's a, yeah, be careful with that camera. Well, we're expecting to keep people away because we have a lot of journalists trying to get in.
Oh, okay, to actually go in and do whatever.
Not going to get in, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. So it's basically just a big event then, or what's going on?
Well, there's some meeting happening in town, and I guess some people are objecting to it, so they're letting people know.
Okay, and it's all being held right in the hotel here?
Around, yeah.
Oh, in the area. Okay, perfect. All right, well, sorry to bother you there.
Not at all.